what is the way to describe this this machine? It's a very simple machine. That its simplicity is its strength, and one could say, in a slightly flippant way, it's only a glorified calculator. It is one-time programmable chip. Therefore, once it is programmed, nothing can be changed there. And where has the credibility, what the Commission has done to improve the credibility is in terms of the testing which is taking place at different points of time. First time checking, the candidates are not in the picture, therefore the political parties are invited. Okay. When the second time it is done at the headquarters of the constituency, at that time the candidates are there, and the symbol loading is 4 KB per symbol. Again, so small enough that you can't you can't smuggle a software which will interfere with the main software of the machine.
"97 crore voters, 10.7 lakh polling booths across 29 states and 7 union territories. Indian general elections have got really big. We have got bigger, but have we got better?" Hi, this is Arun Ram, resident editor of the Times of India. With me is Mr. N. Gopalaswami, former Chief Election Commissioner. Thank you so much, sir, for coming. So the question being that, yes, we have become a bigger democracy, the process has become bigger, but have we got better, especially with the electronic voting machines? I ask this as a first question because there is a lot of suspicion among politicians as also the public about not just the efficacy of the machine, but also the credibility of the machine. If you can throw some light.
Yeah, as the elections become better, in some ways yes, in some ways no. What are some ways no? It's the fiercest competition which is going on, where there is a lot of muck being thrown here and there, which was not there 20 years, 30 years ago. It has become, so much more competitive because of that. That particular part of it is unfortunately negative side. But have on the EVM side, on the methodology of conducting the elections using equipments, has it become better? Yes, I would say. Why? One simple thing. One simple thing is that in order to improve, as the feeling was, that we need to look at what actually is getting into the machine. Voter verifiable paper trail was introduced in 2013. After 2013 Supreme Court judgment. Now it is completely used in all the polling stations across the country since 2019 onwards. Before that, as the machines got on getting manufactured, they were used. So not all the polling stations are covered. Now every polling station is covered with a verifiable trail. So that has added to the EVM's credibility much more than what would have been the case otherwise. What is the way to describe this this machine? It's a very simple machine. That its simplicity is its strength, and one could say, in a slightly flippant way, it's only a glorified calculator. You press the one button once, it says 1. Press the button the second time, it says 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. That's all. There's nothing more complicated than that. It is one-time programmable chip. Therefore, once it is programmed, nothing can be changed there. Okay. And where has the credibility, what the Commission has done to improve the credibility is in terms of the testing which is taking place at different points of time. Okay. First level testing is before as the election, the Commission prepares for the election, all machines taken out, verified, tested, and whatever is not working is removed, the rest of the machine. At that time, they do mock poll in at least about 5% of machine up to 1,000 to 1,200 votes. Every this thing is checked, but specifically on 5%, they do a much higher count of polling and verifying. And this, of course, extends right up to the VVPAT also. This is the first level checking. The second level checking is after it reaches the district headquarters. There, the decision is taken about which goes to the constituency. At that time, again, a randomization. The first time also, whatever comes to a district is not picked by any human being. It's randomly decided.
Yeah, but are political parties, the agents, allowed during this test?
Yes. First time checking, the candidates are not in the picture. Therefore, the political parties are invited.
Okay.
When the second time it is done at the headquarters of the constituency, at that time the candidates are there. That's when the list of candidates is affixed, or the ballot paper is affixed on the machine.
Right.
At that time, again, every machine is checked as they affix this thing, and on a random basis they select machines for more number of votes. Otherwise, one vote is polled to every candidate who is supposed to be contesting. This is that. And the final checking takes place on the day of poll, when the machines are there at the polling stations. Now, every machine is tested there by polling at least one vote to each of the candidates who is contesting. This is the final. At that time, the candidate's representative is there. The second level checking, where the ballot papers are affixed, at that time the candidates are there. Candidate or his representative comes. So 3 times it is checked, and every time it is done in presence of the interested parties.
So you're saying that 3-time checks make it tamper-proof.
Yeah.
Now, what happens after the polling is over? Is there any way? Because there are conspiracy theories that digitally it can be manipulated, it can be controlled remotely. If somebody can hack into your system, your phone, your computer, or anything for that matter, why can't you can even hack into an aeroplane nowadays? But why can't you hack into a EVM? You said it is so simple. Is that simplicity
It is that simplicity which prevents all the hacking, because it doesn't communicate with anybody.
Okay.
So you can't approach it with a wireless message. You can't approach it. It is not connected to any online facility. Therefore, being a standalone thing, its simplicity is what makes it strong.
Let me make a point about some of the conspiracy theories I've been talking about. The point of incursion of the hacking could be the SLU, the symbol loading unit, when the symbols are being loaded. Can anything be done to interfere with the voting unit, the EVM's voting unit, just after the polling? Can it be done?
After the polling or before?
After the time of polling, can you tamper with it?
No. You see, the point is the symbol fixing. Symbol is 4 KB. Within that, nothing can be there which can interfere with the
what I meant
heart
was
of the machine.
The way the symbols are loaded.
Yeah. At that
after
time,
polling, can a
only
similar
the symbol is loaded.
Okay.
Nothing else is touched there.
Okay. Okay.
One. And the symbol loading is 4 KB per symbol. Again, so small enough that you can't, you can't smuggle a software which will interfere with the main software of the machine.
All right.
Even otherwise, that machine will not, it will not take it, precisely because it's not connectable.
Sure. Coming to the next big issue about the one nation, one poll. Much debate is happening. Of course, we're still probably at least 10 years away from that being implemented. How practical it is? Are you for it or against it?
I'm very much for it. Having said that, I have some, the way I approach it is slightly different. Therefore, I'll say why it is useful. See, one is that it will mean enormous reduction in expenditure. When you have 2 times election in 5 years, one to the assembly, one to this thing, expenditure is much higher. One. Secondly, there is a lot of disruption because of model code of conduct. Third, interestingly, I will just quote one in this thing. The machines are available to you. So the question was raised saying that, is it feasible when you conduct both? There I would like to mention this. When you have the assembly election, parliament election being conducted together, all that is required per booth is an extra 2 persons at best. Because there is one area where you vote for the parliament, and next to it is voting for. So additionally, 2 persons are required, which is easily manageable.
Yeah,
it's
for
not difficult
conducting the elections, yes, it becomes much easier. The expenses come down. But what happens if a state government falls after maybe a year after the election?
That is where I will just mention what the recommendation is, as for I could understand. Once it is all brought into one straitjacket, and one time adjustments are done, and then thereafter, let's say that from 2034 onwards, all elections are conducted for Parliament as well as Assembly at the same time, 2034 onwards, every 5 years. The committee has, the high level committee has recommended that supposing something happens and one of the states there is defection or whatever it is, so the house is dissolved or goes out of reckoning, then you conduct an election then for that house, but the term of that house, newly again elected house, will be only the remainder of the term. That's where I have a difference of opinion, in the sense that it only means that if more number of states fall off this thing, then you will have more elections done mid-term. Okay, so it doesn't improve things. Only thing is, next election again will be coming within 2.5 years or 3 years or 2 years, depending upon when the.
So you mean to say that the government should not fall at all? There should be a system to ensure that somebody is elected for the whole 5 years.
One could have thought about it, saying that in Germany and other countries there is a provision that when you come with a no confidence motion, you also indicate how the government will be formed subsequent to the no confidence.
So this will also bring down horse trading.
One. Secondly, you could ensure 5 years for this thing. And another thing is, this could have meant that Article 356 would have been thrown out practically for barring external aggression, this and another. Article 356 would have been rendered ineffective. Okay. So one could have thought on those lines, and I personally would have felt that if such a provision had been brought in, the real sense of the term that you don't have too many elections would have been achieved. But now the way it is framed, or it is suggested for recommended, is that it doesn't completely remove the possibility of midterm elections being conducted, more elections being conducted than the desirable one election every 5 years.
We started the discussion starting with the question that whether our elections have become better. In terms of malpractices, during your time, I'm sure that you must have seen a lot of them, ballot stuffing, booth capturing in Bihar, UP, even Deep South. So they must have come down, but malpractices seem to have shifted from the action day of polling to probably before that, like bribing voters, cash for votes. Can EC do anything, Election Commission do anything about this?
I personally feel that they are doing a lot, but it's not good enough, because I would ascribe it to one simple thing: human ingenuity. It's limitless. So, I mean, one has heard about early morning newspaper money being slipped under this thing.
Yeah.
There are cases in which assurance will be taken that you receive half the money, you receive the half money afterwards, and you go and swear before some
coupons
temple.
Distributed in Chennai.
Coupons distributed where you can encash it. All this is all human ingenuity of variety of nature.
You mean to say that the Election Commission's interference here would be limited when it comes to cash for votes?
See, they are doing their best, but I don't think that has ended this system, and I am not seeing the end so soon.
So what would you think would be the solution, other than the general terms like awareness, public awareness? Is there anything legally to be done in case somebody is caught? Is the punishment good enough? Can there be something which can be
there is one possibility which should be very seriously examined. You see, the 2016? There were two assembly constituencies where they actually caught with evidence and countermanded the election. Now, unfortunately, the provision of law is such that when you want to prove the issue against from whosoever you got the money, it is a very long process. And in the interim, the commission is mandated to conduct an election within 6 months. When you do that and the case has not been decided, the same person comes again as a candidate. It's very unfortunate, but it is there. So wherever there are malpractices coming out and there are cases filed, whether at the instance of the opposing candidates or at the instance of any other person, the legal process takes such a long time that people lose faith, saying that after all nothing is happening. I agree with them that nothing is happening. One. Secondly, when there is a countermanding, the law must be, I think the commission has recommended, the countermanding, the law must be amended to such a, to an extent that whosoever, even without a proof, I mean, this may be going against the normal legal requirements. If somebody has been caught with that, then he or she should not be allowed to contest in the next following election when it is ordered. It's a drastic step, but I think it is necessary. And there should be some methodology found for deciding these election petitions quickly.
Okay.
That takes a long time, and its effectiveness, efficacy is totally lost.
Thank you so much, sir. That was former Chief Election Commissioner N. Gopalaswami talking to us about how Indian general elections have become not just bigger, but better.
Stay with the Times of India for news breaks, analysis, interviews and events. We bring you stories from your neighborhood and from across the globe as well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the like button and press the bell icon so you don't miss any of our videos.